Legados ring.
Every episode up to the point with Kevin Samuels with this. Mamuya Sadian Ali, welcome to the show. Hear me?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's good? What's good? As you see
Is
this
Amir
subject,
here?
yeah, he's here. He stepped away for a little bit. I'm opening up for people to really lay out on
Yeah,
the
I'm waiting
topic.
for Amiri to address my point about nuclear families because me and him had debates about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about the nuclear family?
Huh?
What about it?
He's saying that he said that it was like a product of white supremacy, which had me confused. And he said he promotes extended families, which I don't mind, but extended family is a bunch of nuclear families together, and they create dynasties. And I guess when a dynasty be a product of white supremacy, and I also told him just because something might seem white supremacy, that doesn't mean it's all bad. I don't even like that term, to be honest, because if you calling somebody supreme, why would they take that as a negative?
Yeah, yeah, I would like to hear. I would like to hear Amiri Brown speak to that because I don't want to dive in without knowing exactly what his position is.
Yeah, I didn't know he stepped away. I thought he was still on.
Yeah. Besides, he stepped away. Sitting in regards to the subject at hand. And your take on it personally of is infidelity ever okay in a relationship? In your opinion?
By definition, no.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. And
I guess the problem I'm having with these kind of conversations is that since most black men and black women are single anyway, I don't understand why there's any need for infidelity in the first place.
I agree.
True. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, even people who just fucking around, not even in relationships, they start to become territorial and stuff, which that always baffles me. And that's on both genders.
We shouldn't call it infidelity if people are single, like the other guy just said. So that's why.
I know, but people are like, we not together, but you better not mess around. I'm like, what?
That's called deception, though. If you're not informing the other person that you want something different and want to step out, then that is deception. It's not infidelity if you're not legally bound.
No, it is. It is. Adultery is a term.
It's stepping out on marriage.
It's specific within a marital arrangement.
Right.
But infidelity can be something that can happen both within a marriage and within a relationship that's not married.
So you're saying then an infidel is synonymous with being a liar. That's a lie. Infidel equals lie.
By definition, cheating is lying.
Right. Deception, like I was just saying.
Right. So yeah, but you can do that without being married. You can just being in a monogamous relationship is on the promise that you're going to uphold it, and by definition, cheating means that you no longer upheld it. So again, I guess the problem that I'm having with all of this is that we have the majority of black men and black women aren't married. So you don't need to be in a relationship to get sexual variety for either side. So I don't see why people just do that.
Mm-hmm. Just cut straight to the chase and tell them up front, I just want to have sex. No committed relationship. Like Vol.1, which I agree. But let's be honest, most people don't want to really give up their true intention because they won't get what they want. But in my opinion, it's better off you do it that way so you don't waste either party's time. In my opinion, and I think it comes down to maturity, don't you think, Asadian? Most people, in regards to their true intentions.
Yeah, I just don't understand why both black men and black women, just for those who don't want to be married. I mean, most black women don't want to be married. About half, roughly half of black men don't.
Who told you that?
Pardon?
Who told you that?
NPR, the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, and the Harvard University School of Public Health.
Based on what kind of study? Please expound.
Beg your pardon?
Please expound. Based on what kind of study?
They took up a survey and published their results.
What
Survey,
was the sample size of the survey?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was several thousand, I think.
Mm.
I mean, it was statistically significant.
What generation?
Adults over 30, if I recall correctly.
Right, but if they had surveyed those same adults, that sample size in their 20s, would the statistics have been different? Because let me, for example, what am I, 42 now?
But it would not have made a difference.
Hold on. Wait, I'm
But it would not have
42
made
now.
hang on. But it would not have made a difference for one reason. Because Black Americans get
We're talking about as far as a survey.
hang on. It would not have made a difference for one reason, because Black Americans don't get married later than everybody else. The average age of first marriage today for white Americans, for white men, it's almost 30. For white women, it's about 28. For Black men, it's 32. For Black women, it's 31 at first marriage. So even if what you could do what you suggested, which was to take those same people and survey them earlier in their lives.
No, but I'm saying if their desires changed. I'm not talking about necessarily that. I'm saying if their desires had changed. Because, for example, I'm 42 right now, and I don't ever want to be married ever. I don't care about marriage. But when I was 20, that was a completely different. That would have been a completely different response. So their desires changed, and they didn't measure those people's range of desires based on their generational growth in that survey.
So what?
That's all I was asking.
Yeah, I'm saying, so what? I mean, let's assume that what happened, what you suggested happened. How would that make any measurable difference in what we're talking about here? We still would have Black people, the majority of whom are not married right now in the 21st.
That's why I asked what was the sample size and what generation were the survey responses based on?
Well, the sample size was several thousand. The generation, it's the same
but
generation.
There are millions upon millions of Black women.
Do you understand statistical sampling, madam?
Was it national? Yes, I actually do.
Okay.
I actually do.
So if you take a representative sample of Black,
yes, but they could survey 100 people and call that a sample.
I said thousands.
But you said several hundred thousand. There are millions of people.
I said thousands.
I think the problem that you pointed out, Black women, but the desire to get married in America has gone down in general among many generations. The point is that you pointed out Black women it's a special case, and it's not.
Actually, it is a special case, and here's the reason why. And here's the reason why.
Not though.
And here's the reason why.
It's studies that show.
And here's the reason why.
Married has gone down in
Let him rebut. Let him rebut.
Well, one time. Let's sit in.
And here's the reason why. A study out of Bowling Green University found that during the pandemic, marriages have gone up for every racial group except Black folks. Divorces have gone up for Black people.
But for Black people who weren't married in the first place, it doesn't make any sense what you're saying.
I said divorces.
It's like they
right, but the majority of Black people, as you were implying, are not married in the first place.
What you said
that's for the ones that are married.
What you said was, if I may, what you said was that marriage is going down for everyone, and that it's no different for Black. It's no different for Black women. You're saying and making Black women a special case. I said in response,
the study was about the desire. I said that the desire for women to get married in general in America has gone down, and that is a fact.
Thank you. Exactly.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. How about this? Why do we have to have cheating when both men and women ain't married in Black America? Why can't we just get together, do what we do, and that's that?
That's basically what happens.
So why
are we even talking about this? This doesn't apply to Black people. If
that were true, we wouldn't be talking about infidelity then.
I mean, because you're trying to gaslight. I mean, you
gaslight anybody.
You said Black women for a reason about a statistic.
I said Black men too.
All women.
I said Black men too.
All women have lost the desire.
I said Black men too.
He said. He said most black women and half of black men. This points the reason why there's no point in even to say whether or not you say all or not, because people still gonna feel some type of way. You can say some and it'll still be the same thing. That's why people don't even say all or none or some. They just speak on general.
So let's go back to my original question. Since most black men and most black women have never been married, that's a fact. Why can't we just simply just say, look, man, we just have sex and that's that?
But that's what we do. That's not what the conversation is about. It's about infidelity.
Infidelity where?
That's what I'm saying. What is the catalyst?
I guess.
No.
I
I
guess
say infidelity where? If we have unmarried, unattached black people, and we do, then where's the infidelity? You can't cheat on somebody you're not in a relationship with, man.
I guess it's for the ones that are attached.
There is no cheating for somebody that you're not in a committed relationship with, by definition.
And that's why I said
That was my
that's
point.
why I was saying earlier. That's why I was saying earlier that that there are people who are unattached. They still mess around, but they're not in a relationship, but they still become territorial.
Why
That's what
can't
I'm
we?
saying.
Why can't I? My personal opinion on all this.
I agree with you, but there are people who are doing that and they're messing that up as well.
My personal opinion is that we're way behind the curve. This is the 21st century,
Yeah.
and black folk need an upgrade on how they view the world. In my opinion, both black men and black women alike. That's my view.
Exactly.
Who needs the upgrade more so than others?
Pardon?
Who needs the upgrade more so than the other?
I said black men and black women.
How are you equating that?
It's not an equation.
But you said black men and black women, which means it's equivalent.
It's an
But
observation.
you made it equivalent by including both.
I didn't make them equivalent. I said
You said black men and black women.
Black men and black women. This is the 21st century. We need to upgrade the way in which we look at the world.
Do you hear yourself?
I do.
He's saying that compared. I guess he's saying that compared to other races.
But
I guess she's trying to break it down between black men and black women, where he was saying it's for black people compared to other races of people.
okay, but here's the problem. What is the difference between the way black men look at the world and black women look at the world? If black women are the ones who initially desired to get married and black men did not, then how should our viewpoint change? Our viewpoint shifts on based on black men's behaviors. Because that's what I was saying about desirability and how it has changed with our generation.
Well, which black men's behavior?
The ones who don't want to get married, child.
So why are you focusing on them? Why don't you focus on the black men who do want to be married?
Where they at?
Culturally, black men don't.
Who are they?
Pardon?
Culturally,
where they at?
It depends on where you are in terms of location. Where are you?
No,
it doesn't depend on location.
That's not true.
It depends on mindset.
That's not true.
Married.
Yeah, that's
That
not
is
true.
true.
That's not true.
No, it's not true. No, it's
It
not
is true.
Where's your evidence?
I'm not basing this on evidence.
You're
You're
basing it on
saying
your personal opinion.
I'm saying is that no, I'm
You're
saying it
basing this
depends
on
on
your personal
mindset.
opinion. No, hold it. You're basing
I'm
this on your personal opinion.
Okay, so what are the locations at?
No, you need to answer my question.
Where are the locations that black men want to get married?
Answer my question. You're basing it on your personal opinion.
Right. So I live in America. So where are the locations in America where we need to go where black men want to get married?
I'm telling you, based on
all 50
data,
states.
based on data, that mating has a big outcome in mating depends on your locale.
Okay, so what does data have to do with location? You mentioned location. Where is the location that black men want to get married at?
San Diego is one.
They gay.
No, they're not.
Okay, where else?
Seattle is another.
They white women. Where else?
No.
Oh, what the hell?
Different argument.
Denver,
That's
Colorado
a
is
different
another one.
argument.
No, I'm just kidding. Where else?
Denver, Colorado was another one.
Denver. What black people live in Denver?
Minneapolis is another one.
Mm,
See the
who are
problem.
they?
See the
Who are
problem.
they marrying?
See
Who are they marrying?
the problem is black women don't want to move.
We don't want to move.
Nah, I'll say that.
That's a
I'll
lie.
say
They don't want to go
I'll
to where
say
the black men actually
That's
are that want to be married. I'll give you another one since you keep saying that these guys are get white women. Black women in smaller southern cities have a higher marital rate than white women in big American cities.
so you just move just to get married to just any old body, huh?
No,
That's what you're suggesting?
no. I said
Just
black
move and
men.
just
I said black men who want to be married.
Can I say something? Because I live in a small city and I grew up in small southern cities. Like I was saying before, there is a culture difference. It's the Bible Belt. That's why the marriage rate is higher here. But I can tell you that the men that are getting married here will not be getting married.
I didn't hear what you said.
but he named ultra liberal cities.
Yeah, you gonna have to repeat that, Bree.
As a person who lives in a small southern city and grew up in small southern cities, I can tell you that the marriage rate is what it is because of the Bible Belt and Christianity. These men should not be getting married. They're not marriage material. But if you do just want a ring and a piece of paper, yes, come here to get you a black man.
Okay, so where are the black men who are marriage material?
But I think you were just
that's what I was asking.
places, but I had to
Those
speak
were
up
different
for what you were
arguments.
naming off.
That
As
wasn't the
someone
argument.
who lives in these places, you just said that the men who want to get that the marriage rate is high. I had to explain why. There is a reason behind it. The culture. That's why it's
So
high.
where are the black men that
Those were the different
are
arguments.
marital?
The original argument was where are they at that want to be married. Now we break it about by whether they not whether or not they deserve to be married. That's a different argument.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
yeah,
it's right or wrong,
that makes
but that's
sense.
a different argument.
I was responding to the statistic that he made. He said that black women in small southern cities are married at a higher rate.
That's
I'll
right.
tell you why. The reason why.
That's for the argument of where they're at. That's not saying that they deserve to be married or not.
Oh, they do.
That's a
I live
difference.
here. The women are marriage
I
material.
live in the South too. I live in South Carolina.
The women are marriage material. The men are. They're abusive.
Oh my
All
God,
black
that's
men
a
are
different
abusive
argument.
in the South. All of
Yeah,
them.
very much so. And they
That's a
Do
totally
you
different
realize how
argument.
incredibly sexist you sound right now?
I know.
She does. She's making an argument that was
Right now.
not made. Nobody said
Incredibly
the
sexist.
argument was
Hello.
where they at.
One at a
The
time.
argument wasn't whether or not they deserve to be married. That's a different argument. If you want to go into that conversation, you have that conversation. But in the meantime, the main argument was where they at. And besides, he didn't even list southern cities. He lists liberal cities. And to be honest, I would say those were wrong because liberal cities are the ones, the liberals are typically the ones that look down upon marriage as well. And most
And not only that,
freedom and all of that. But
and not only that, brother. Remember what the sister said. All those guys are either they're gay or marrying white women. That's the reason why I brought up the black southern cities to begin with. So let's just get right to it, ladies.
Well, can I?
You're saying
Hello?
all black men are jacked up. That's what you're saying.
Oh,
Let's just be
wow.
honest about it. Be full-throated with it. All black men.
and the majority
Hey,
of
can I
black
say
men
something?
marry black women.
Just say that.
Hey,
All black men are jacked up. Just say that.
Hello. Am I?
Wait.
am I
All
on?
facts. All facts. Hold on.
Oh, I just
And
want
the
to
rate
let
of
y'all know.
abuse is
I'm
way
gonna
higher
fall
among
back.
whites.
I want to get in line. I'll let y'all. I just
White
want to let
men
y'all know. I
don't.
want to get
White
in
men
line.
take even the cook. White men take less from their women. Chris
I
Watts.
would be cool with the ladies here just to simply saying all black men are just
I've
jacked up.
already
I'll be
said
all
that
right with
it's a
that.
cultural issue among black men. I've already said
Okay,
that more than once.
so
It is a
you're
cultural
saying
problem.
all
It
black
is a
men are jacked
cultural
up.
issue. There is
All
a
black
cultural
men are
issue.
jacked up. Madam, all black men are jacked up.
How else can I say that it is a cultural problem amongst black men? Yes.
Okay, so what would you say about this? That in the United States in general, over the past 30 plus years, cheating among women has gone through the roof, A, and B, for black women, it rivals black men. Is the culture jacking them up too? Hello?
And who's
I'm the
raising these
first one to
men?
tell you. I've already said that. I said women cheat just as much. It's a social thing. Is why we hide it more.
Okay,
But
so black women are just as jacked up as black men then. All black women are
I'm not
jacked up
talking
because the culture, right?
what?
No, it's a response to how black men behave, I guess.
Oh, okay, so it's even worse because it's
Can
not
I,
the culture with black men, it's a deliberate act with black women. That makes it even worse.
you know,
Hold on a
can,
It's
second.
a
Who
deliberate
dictates the
act with
culture in
black
the black
men,
community?
and black women
can I,
respond to that
Right.
act.
So you're taking a deliberate action, right?
can I step in for a minute? Can I just want to talk about the topic. I understand, and I'm not going to spoil the entertainment, but I notice we forgetting the history. Us as a people, we're talking about our people, our families. We forget our history and our plight in this country. What this conversation that we're about to have, and I'm gonna be a part of, it's the effects of slavery. It's the effects of us being in this environment in this geographical location, and we're pointing at each other when we both are affected by the environment of this country has put us in. Now, what the topic is, no, it's not okay to cheat. That's what you cheating on someone. When you're cheating on somebody, you're playing with their mind. You're manipulating them. You're laying next to somebody that they don't even know who they are. Who you are. People don't know each other. I mean, that's something not now today. What I've noticed that when y'all was talking and me dating, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of black women who have money and some who may not have enough money, they're not looking to get married. They're non-traditional in that way. When a woman says, you know what, I'm cool and we don't have to go downtown and I don't have to change my name to your name, my last name to your name, and we can just live together. We can buy property. We can get even life insurance together,
That's
but we don't have to get
generational,
no.
though.
Oh, let's
That's
let's listen.
generational.
I just want to say something. When a woman tells a man today that she is a non-traditional woman, and that's not how her grandmothers or women thinking of our cultures. Because for some reason and I'm gonna tell you one reason why they do it is because women with finances, and especially older women who may have got a lot of retirement, they don't want to get married because they think a man going to come and take their stuff. Some women, some successful women, so they shy away from marriage. But this is what I tell women, and I'll
But
say it
once you
live on
get
air.
older, it should have
I'm
been
done.
established by then.
Let
So
me
their
make
desires
let me
change
make
in the
two.
generation. I'm not trying
Let
to
me
interrupt
make
you. I'm just
okay.
responding to that before I forget. I've been drinking.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead and
No, I'm
respond.
saying
Go
their
ahead.
desires, that's the point I was making earlier. Their desires will have changed by then because like I was saying, when I was in my 20s and went to college, went away to college, I was like, oh, men all around, marriage material, maybe. But by the time I got 40, it was like, okay, there was a decline in that desire. Their desires change as they move to the next generation.
Right,
Not
right,
that
right.
they
But
don't want
Hang on.
but
to.
I want to
but
ask a
but
question.
but let
I
me say
want to ask
one
a
last
question.
thing.
Hold on. All
But
facts. All facts. Wait.
oh,
One second.
brother, I just got in and I'm gonna fall back.
All
Y'all
facts.
been on.
All facts. Let's see speak for a second, and then I'm gonna let you talk.
I just
Go
want
ahead.
to ask a question to
Oh
the
my
sister that
God,
talked about going to college.
you
Why
hating
didn't why
chaos.
didn't
Go
you
ahead.
why didn't you get a husband while you was at college?
Oh
Child, have
man.
you been to college? Do you know what was going on at them schools?
What college did you go to?
Those
Well,
white women at those colleges got married.
No. Hold on. He asked a question.
but they were looking for white men. I'm a black woman, and I was an 18-year-old, 18 to 22. I was looking for a black man. Do you know what they were doing
What were they doing?
there?
Same
Decade was
thing the
the
white
most
men
First
would
of
do.
all,
married
they
in
had
college.
they had already had babies, a lot of them coming into college. They were playing the field because a lot of them were doing the sports and all that stuff. They were lingering in college for years and years beyond the point to where they should have graduated, and they were looking for a different aesthetic of women.
All right. So where did you go to school?
At Northern Illinois University.
Okay. So here's the problem. We know that white and Asian and Jewish women, when they go to the nation's best schools, they have a very high marital rate. So a big problem for a lot of black women who go to college, they tend to go to colleges that are not very high seated.
So you saying I should have went with that white man who was
No.
older and who tried to talk to me? Like there were white men who were always coming at me that I rejected.
I don't see why not.
Hey, brother, let me step in. Let me.
Why shouldn't you?
Oh, right, but brother, listen. Amari, myself, Kenneth, we got married when we was in our 20s, right? I'm a 70s baby, brother. That's unheard of for black males in my generation, brother. Getting married. So listen, black women don't want to get married, and a lot of black men, I'm talking about the average, I want to talk about half, don't ask the black women to marry them for whatever reason. That's a fact, brother.
Right.
That's a fact, brother. Now, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. My crew, out of the crew of people I know, only about 3 of us that I know that actually got married. Look at all the homeboys that you know real closely. Did they get married?
You asking me a question?
They're on this, no, but see, and these women want to play these games that they got this jailhouse marriages that we can just, oh, well, I don't want to go downtown and change the last name because, when we do that, marriages fail. No, that's not. When you go downtown and you get the certificate, we know the statistic says either half of those always going to stay married. But when people don't get the certificate, where's those statistics? We always had those certificates. People always get in and out of those relationships. So guys, we're playing games out here. And I'm letting you know, when women, listen to me, when I was dating, when they would come and I would start breaking things down, I said, okay, when a woman asks me if I'm not married, I'm going to say no. I just have an exclusive girlfriend that we just live in together. That's a weak relationship. And guess what? All of them changed their mind and says, you know what? I may want to get married. Because guys, I'll fall back. I'll let y'all have y'all fun. I'll sit back and listen.
A lot of these people don't want to get married for silly reasons like saying marriage is a construct of white supremacy. The government, why do you want the government in your business? Stuff like that.
I've heard those arguments. I personally, I don't think much of them. I don't think much of those arguments. I think that a big problem that a lot of black women when they go to college have is that they completely overlook the guys who are looking for wives. We got 2.5 million black men in the upper middle.
Who are they though? That's false.
We got 2.5 black men in the upper middle class right now. And over 80% of them are married to black women. So, and they met those women in their college years. So, I mean, a lot of black women don't make that sort of thing a priority. I'm not saying that they should. I'm just explaining the phenomena.
And keep in mind, he's not saying all.
Hold on. You said 80% of what? Can you repeat that?
2.5 million black men are in the upper middle class right now. And over
but there's 20 million black men nationally.
Over 80% of them are married to
That's
black
1%.
Okay, hold on.
And they met those.
That's 80% of that 1%.
And they met those wives in school.
Hold on a second.
But they're married though, and there's still more married black men.
You're talking about 80% of them that are married to black women.
Over 80%.
Men aren't married.
Over 80%.
The point that I'm trying to make.
Over 80% of that.
The majority of black men.
Yes, but if
the majority of black men that are married that you will see will be married to black women.
Yes, but if there's a smaller amount of black men who wanted to get married as opposed to a larger amount of black women who wanted to get married, then those women who wanted to get married it's outweighed. The percentage is outweighed.
Well, that means
those black men who wanted to get married could only marry one woman. Opposed to that larger percentage of black women who back then were younger wanted to get married.
That means
go ahead.
That means competition.
What do you mean? No, that doesn't mean.
Well, if you have
back to compatibility,
if you have
open up their options past black.
You have a smaller
exactly.
If you have a small, why didn't you? Why didn't you do that?
Oh, I was married to a Hindu man. You didn't hear me earlier?
Pardon?
I was married to a Hindu man. You didn't hear me earlier. Oh, yeah, you weren't here. Yes, I've already done that.
Yeah, she
So what
said she was
happened?
married to a Hindu man,
So what
and
happened?
they divorced because of
Oh,
misogyny.
Wait. Excuse me. Stop. I want to hear this. I know you're married to him, man. So why you divorced?
Misogyny, culture differences, but we're still friends. I can call him right now. Get anything I want.
Do you have kids with him?
No, I don't have children at all.
okay. So clearly, the cultural issues with black men are not solely limited to black men.
I've already said that.
Okay. Could it be anything with you?
No.
It can't possibly
Stop
be anything
it.
with you.
Yeah, you can get anything you want from a misogynist.
Absolutely.
It can't be you. It has to be everybody else.
No,
He wasn't that misogynist if he still could help you out.
of course, I can get anything I want. So how could it be me?
Well, if you can get anything that you wanted, you would have gotten it with a black man. You said it didn't happen with a black man because they have cultural problems. You get married to a Hindu man who also has cultural problems,
Hold on.
and yet you're the constant.
Stop. I have been engaged to 3 black men.
You've been engaged to 3 black men, none of whom you married because of cultural problems. You got married to a Hindu guy who you got divorced from because of cultural problems, and none of this has nothing to do with you, even though you're the constant.
Exactly.
Okay.
Wow. Shit. I don't know what to say after that, bro.
What I would say to that is that I think it's little wonder why she.
What were the cultural differences
What
with
you're
the Hindu
saying
man?
is that she's the common denominator. That's what you're saying. You're trying to
That's what
gaslight
I'm
her
trying
by
to say.
saying she's
And
the common denominator.
and it's
Stop
like,
it.
I left all of them. So, I mean, I guess that's a common denominator. I don't take bullshit, but.
But see, right, but we all can admit there's games being played on both sides, right?
Don't cheat.
So
Do that.
no. I mean, but the title of the show, there's games being played on both sides. Nowadays, women have money, so therefore, by default, they feel like a man can't control them, and they should be. Money will. It doesn't matter whether you have a vagina or penis. I said it last show. Money's going to change a human being, and they're going to have power. And when they have money, you can't treat nobody any kind of way.
Yeah, but we didn't have money when we were in college, so what was the problem then?
What?
Everybody
don't
was
know
broke
your
in
story. I'm
college.
talking in general.
Maybe the problem was you.
I'm just right.
No, I wasn't.
All black women, listen, all
But
black
see,
women,
this is the
all
right,
black
but
women that go to college don't
but this is what I
don't
want
end
to
up
say,
like you.
though.
There are
Right,
black
right,
women
but-
that go to college and get married.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. And women, you have to realize this. If you have the idea that from 17 to 35, you're not going to get married, you're not going to get pregnant, but you're going to have sex, by default, you're calling yourself hoes. You're going to say that you're going to have loose sex, and you're saying that when a man falls in love with your good, wet, warm vagina, and he wants, watch this, because if you're in an age where you're going to sabotage the relationship, because according to you, you don't want to get married between the ages of 17 and 35. How could you put a man through that anguish when he falls in love, not just with your sex, but with your personality and all of that? And then I'm just saying, if you do, no woman says, you know what, I want to be with you. I don't want to think about marriage. Just have sex, and then I'll just move on, or we'll just be together for the next 10 years. Most women don't do that. Just like most men don't say, you know what, I don't want to marry you. I just, for the most part, I just want to bang you and just leave you alone. No, we don't do that for the most part, because most people are respectful. So when you implement that concept, you can't get mad when from 17 to 35, you're having sex without being married. And this is what people can call, I fucked that hoe, I had that woman, I had that woman, and I had that woman. Because you're creating them with that philosophy. You can
Well,
have it, but by
17-year-olds are
default,
basically
things
still
will
in
be
high
public
school. So
territory.
how did they get in this conversation? They're still in high school,
No,
17-year-olds.
the reason why I say that, because I use, 18 to 35. I'm sorry, because I used graduation. And I just said that, so I apologize. 18 to 35, because they saying I just want to have mine in my 30s. So
A
I apologize
17-year-old
for
can
that.
marry a
Well, no,
17-year-old,
I
by the
was
way.
Yeah,
talking
they
about
can, but I'm
graduation.
just
I
saying they
was talking
shouldn't.
about graduation. When y'all was talking about what I'm just saying, when people graduate with 18 to 35, I'm correcting 18 to 35. But still, you corrected me. Just think about that. If you have that philosophy and you're a woman having sex, then what are you? Because I know you're not going to have a 12-year relationship with a man and you're not going to have kids and he's going to be having sex and he's not going to roll the dice and slip up one time. You're not going to have unprotected out of that 12 years. Come on, that's unrealistic.
Now, I will say
So
something
you
that's
got to
in
think
my
about that.
circle. These long-term relationships, 5, 7, 10 years, they're baby mamas and baby daddies. They're in long-term relationships, but they won't get married. A lot of that is actually what's going on.
Well,
Well,
where's the
then we can't say
statistic?
they're a baby
But we
mama
don't
or
have no
baby daddy
statistic.
per
Right.
se if they've been if they're still in a relationship. If they're in a relationship, that's not necessarily the removed implication
They
that the
they
phrase
still
baby mama and baby daddy has.
Right, exactly.
basically
Right.
depends on who, because basically they're still baby mama, baby daddy.
But that's
They're
like a
not married.
partnership more so. Baby mama and baby daddy implicates that there's a removal of one partner and that there's possibly a co-parenting situation and possibly a struggle with the co-parenting situation going on.
Oh, right, but when you use that terminology, she's right. When you use that terminology, baby, daddy, baby, mama, that means they're not doing what they're supposed to be, the other parent. But the bottom line is this: I told Kenneth, no matter if you get two irresponsible people together, male or female, the man starts the birth process, the woman ends the birth process, and both parents are responsible financially, physically, and mentally for that child created. No one can force a man and woman to sleep in the same bed together. I'm not going to come on social media. Who can? So the bottom line is you got to take care of that child. How do you do it? When women says I can have a baby and I don't need a husband or a man, that's brainwashing. That's not human. That is, the animals don't do that in the wild. That's what? Who started that? You
Well,
have women
animals
saying,
don't
"Oh,
have our
this is
thought
my baby."
process. They go by instinct. We
But no,
are more
no, no,
advanced than
no,
instinct.
no. But listen. But anybody who says I'm want a male, not a sperm bank, but I want a male to lay on top of me and have a baby, but I'm not going to let him know beforehand that when this child comes in the earth, I really don't want him to be involved with the child. And guess what? If he does, I'm a sabotage. See, that's crazy. Because someone says, I don't want him. That is, wow, that's not good culture.
But who
That's
does that
not.
though? Where's that
A
documented?
lot of
If
women,
that's not documented, we can't assume that
listen,
that
I
was
was on
someone's
a
thought
show.
process.
Listen, I've heard it on a show. I've heard it on one of Kevin Samuel's shows. I've heard
One,
it on one. Oh,
one.
hold on, listen, man. Before Kevin Samuel started, I heard a show that me and Chaos was on, late night show. He invited a guest, and a woman was talking. This is what I'm paraphrasing. She says, I can have a baby anytime I want to have a baby. And guess what? That man can have my baby and he can go about my business because I don't need nobody to take care. That's my baby, and ain't nobody can take care of my baby like man. I don't need him. He can go about my, and she was a single mother with 2 kids already. I'm just saying some. And listen, when people say black women are this, black men are that, and they say you dumb, you don't use logic. Listen, Tommy Sotomayor, Kevin Stan, all of them, they're idiots because they're not using Aristotle logic. They want to use this logic, Greek logic stuff. You have to say some most of the time for the most part. But when you make a blanket statement, black women are this, black women are that, whoever considers themselves black or this, you're saying that they fall on that category. So if they want to talk about black people are miseducated, no, they're not speaking logical when they say that. They're not painting a clear picture when they say that. They might be in more specific. So we're all guilty of that. We're all
But
guilty of that.
they're making generalizations. I don't know anything about Kevin
No,
Samuels, but I do know something about Tommy because I was
but
actually friends with him a long time ago.
ma'am,
So
listen, ma'am. But listen, it's something that's called. Listen to me. It's
But if
entertainment.
you
He's
say
not
some,
educated.
like Tommy says,
Listen.
if you say some, the ones who it actually applies to will dismiss it as you're talking about them instead of themselves as well. That's why he
right,
doesn't
if
But
say
the
no, but
shoe
no,
doesn't
all.
fit,
And
right, if the shoe
no,
don't
no,
fit,
no, 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 no. Listen to me. Some
because
can
he
mean
has a
any.
black child by a black woman.
Okay, but listen. Some can mean any number logically. That's what some can mean. A one can mean something. A couple is two. Three or more can be a group. What is he talking about? Listen to me. When you make that, he's overgeneralizing for
He
entertainment.
ain't talking about
When
nothing because he didn't marry the black woman that he had his black daughter by or
right,
his black
exactly,
son.
exactly. So it's
So he
all
ain't talking about
entertainment.
nothing.
you don't have a
Right,
son.
but
You got
see,
two
then
black
he can,
daughters.
but
He got a
see,
son. He got a son and a daughter.
right,
Oh, he
right,
got two girls.
He got a
right,
son and a daughter. I
right.
don't know
Oh, he
about
got
But
two.
another girl. Like I said, I
Yeah, he
know
got
him
two
personally.
girls.
So
Oh,
he
you mean
has a
Tommy?
son.
right.
Yeah.
But
It's,
listen, I'm in the
Tommy got
DMV.
right now. What was said? He has a bunch of children, unfortunately. So
Yeah, I'm in the DMV area. This is the wealthiest and richest counties in this country in my area. I'm telling you, all black people are not like what Tommy is talking about, or anybody's
He
talking about.
never says they
Not black
all are.
mother. Listen to me. When you make the statement, black women or this, black women or that, any person who considers themselves a black woman, you're saying that they fall on that curve. Now, once he says, you know, I'm not talking about, I'm telling you, stop getting online and tell black people you're not logical because he's not speaking logic. You
But when you
can't,
say it in the
hold on,
positive, nobody ever challenges it.
excuse me?
When you say it in a positive term, nobody challenges it. That's his point.
Well, that's what. Hold on.
Like he
No,
says,
brother,
if I
brother,
say
brother,
black
no, no,
women got fat asses, black women are the most educated, nobody's going to say not all.
brother. That is his trick when he debate. He always gives y'all analogies, and that's what you call a red herring. He's giving you an analogy to throw you off. What is the point I'm talking about? When he says black women or this or black women or that, whether it's good or bad, he's saying anyone who considers this that falls under that category, period, sir. That's Aristotle's logic. And the thing, what I'm saying is with the audience for many years, he's coming with white Greek logic telling blacks need to do it. And y'all think he's right, but he's saying an illogical statement. You have to say some, give a proven fact of percentage or measurements, which no pool of statistical pool will give you actual reality in life or actuality in life. So, listen, it's easy to pick up on poor
People
broke
still argue when you say some.
brother, but
I
guess
had this
what?
argument all the time.
And guess what? Some can mean any number, and if any and if anybody argue against some is any number,
So it's a
and you get
moot
my
point,
point.
be honest.
Okay, but then you can say for the most part, or you can say most,
Somebody
and if you
said that
say
earlier,
most,
most.
and if you
Somebody
and
said
if
that
you
earlier, that was an argument.
and it, well, you can do. Listen, brother, this is what you can say most, and if you say most, you can give a percentage.
Any
But when you
generalization can be rebutted with an argument.
thank but listen, when you it's just when you label a group something, or make that clear statement, and when you say, how can y'all say I'm saying all? No, you're illogical because when you make that statement, you're painting a picture of all, and this is the trick. He knows why he keeps doing that because it's an emotional reaction. It's views. It's clickbait. It's psychology. So he's flipping it around. And so when people say that, well, you know, I'm not talking about this. But stop saying. If you want black people to always think logical, you always speak logical. Give percentages, say some, say most, say this. If not, shut the fuck up and stop saying black people are dumb.
Let me
Because
ask you a
he's not the
question, brother.
perfect person.
Let me ask you
What
a
did we
question.
say about the cops?
Let me ask you a question. Who do you think does a better job discussing these issues? We get it that you don't think much of Tommy. That's fair. Who do you think does a better job? Black man on social media does a better job of discussing these issues.
Nobody. You know why? Because listen what I said first when I came on. Listen, brother. Listen, brother. When we want to talk about, listen, how can you blame those men on social media blame black women for a baby walking this earth, brother? When the black teenage mother, I'm a 70s, but when a black teenage, everything that's wrong in America that white people need, they always say black welfare, selling drugs, a teen pregnancy, everything black. But everybody does the same thing. They
But
force.
who said that? I couldn't hear you.
Real quick. They force. I contend the Republican Party is more than the Democratic Party influenced black babies to get aborted because they say that this country is not going to take care of them. I mean, let me move forward. Now they're saying that when black women had babies, they're responsible for them. Brother, that's not true. Go to the birds and the bees. That man has to like what he sees, get an erection, and put.
All right, so we got that. We got that. I'm asking you a question. 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 My question is, I understand that you disagree with Tommy Sotomayor. That's fine. I'm asking you.
You also disagree with KS as well.
That's fine. I'm asking you what black man on social media with a major platform is doing a better job of discussing these issues? You said none.
And I'm gonna tell you, Kevin Samuels taught me.
Hang on. Why do you think that there are no black men? What about Derek Jackson? You don't think he's doing a good job?
I don't know. I haven't seen him.
Okay, what about Lennon Honor? You don't think Lennon Honor's doing a good job?
Listen, this is my whole point. If anyone has a platform and says, I'm going to get the black community together, and when they have that platform, if 60% or if 60% or 1% is pointing more to the black woman or the black man, it's corrupted to me. It's entertainment. Because guess what? It's illogical, and we all.
All right. So what platform would you like to see?
A platform that says, you know what, men, you start the birth process. Woman, you end the birth process. Can we stop arguing over who created our black babies walking this earth? Can we come together and say, you know what? We know we fucked up. We know they made the welfare system. Women, you would not qualify for welfare if the men who impregnate you had good employment in this country. So it starts with the male's employment for you to get on welfare service. So the fact of the matter is, we come together with your woman vote and get more jobs for your black males? Because once they hindered the black male historically in this country, the family failed. Look what we do look what some small group of black males do for making money in this country. Why did they go to that type of lifestyle? Because their grandfathers was unemployed, had nothing to do, and it trickled down, brother. It's simple. You mess with the black man.
Let me address.
So it's a togetherness, brother.
Let me address the sister in the chat room. I had said to a sister. Let me address a sister in the chat room. Incognito. She says none. Kevin Samuels has 2 failed marriages. Steve Harvey has 3. Derek Jackson is a serial cheater. We agree. Amiri is about the best example we have, but he doesn't have a major platform. So what about Lennon Honor? Lennon Honor's been married for many years. I just mentioned him a little while ago. Why not him?
Who's Lennon Honor?
There you go.
Wow.
Now watch this. The brother laughed when I said the Republic. Is he a conservative?
I don't know what the Republican Party has to do with our conversation.
Well, no,
he mentioned it earlier.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because they're crazy. When the listen, when a black if you ever heard a black African American male or female say, well, we need to stop having all these irresponsible babies because the taxpayers gotta pay all this housing and all this stuff, right?
Anybody should say that.
Hold on. Look, listen.
Alphax, you're gonna jump down, come back in. I can't hear your mic. Your mic's bad right now. It just got bad, bro.
I mean, anybody should say that. Hell, I had him.
I mean, my thinking is this: if your position is you don't like Kevin, you don't like Derek, or whoever, then get behind Lennon Honor. He's not my cup of tea.
I
And the
have
reason
to
why,
check
and the
him out,
reason why he's
brother.
not my cup
I'm
of
gonna
tea
check
is,
him out.
and the reason
I'm
why
gonna
he's
check
not
him
my
out.
cup of tea is because I'm not a family man. Somebody asked earlier, I think it was the real Leslie, asked, I don't know if it was her or if it was another sister, asked me if I was married. The answer is no. I'm a confirmed bachelor. So I don't contribute to these problems. I don't cheat on anybody. I'm not making any kids out of wedlock. I ain't no baby dad. I ain't got baby mama drama. I'm not beating women up. I'm not, I'm not the problem.
Mm.
I'm not.
Somebody the
Well,
conversation said
we
that
need
black men
brother.
can't afford marriage.
I beg your pardon?
Well, you may
I
be the
think it was
problem if you're
feminine
not producing.
womenhood or feminine something said black men can't afford marriage. My question is,
That's not true.
how much
That's
do
not
you
that's
need
not
to
that's not
afford
true.
marriage?
That's not true.
I
Over
know.
60% of black men are in the middle class. So
Hmm.
that's not true. So my thinking is for the ladies that have problems with black, because this is what this is really about. Tonight's discussion is really about black men cheating. Okay, fine,
Mike,
fine.
my
So
mute.
get with guys like Lennon Honor.
Mm.
Support him.
Okay. A lady was speaking. Who's that? Somebody in the background.
I mean, we're just gonna let him spew out incorrect statistics like that.
No, I'm talking about Lennon Honor.
No, 60% of black men are in the middle class. Like,
No, like,
Oh my
in that
God. Can we
perspective.
discuss that, ma'am? Can we discuss that? Why y'all lying on black African American? We are struggling in this country. Man, they said middle class, $40,000. Where's this 41,000? What? Listen, brother, if it wasn't, in some cases, if it wasn't for Section 8, some of our black African American brothers would be homeless. What
all
are
right.
y'all
Well, let me
talking
ask you
about,
this. Let me
brother?
ask you this question. Let me ask you.
Brother, this
Let
Let me
country,
ask
The
you this
average
listen,
question.
the
income is
average black
around
African
$60,000,
American male
so
has a hard time, a
that's multiple
comfortability
races
of
wide.
working
That
around white
by
corporate
that
America,
Well,
brother.
logic,
let me ask you this
everybody's
question.
struggling for the
Hey,
most part.
one
Everybody
at
in
a
the
time.
middle
A
class.
One at a time.
middle class,
I
you
mean,
saying the
like, I
average
don't like
black
the fact
African
that
American
we
male
keep letting
can
him
take,
say
hold up,
nobody's
brother.
correcting it though. Like
All
that's just
facts,
Pro
man. Let
blacks.
them
right.
sit in. That's
Pro blacks.
I just want to say one thing, ma'am. If that's true, they're saying that the average black African American male can take a woman off of Section 8, right, and house her, give her the same benefits not without. That's not true, brother. If that was true, they would not qualify for all these housings. Our people are poor because the males historically
Yeah.
have been hindered, brother. And brother, you a black African American male. All the black African American males on this phone. Has employment been great for you in this country?
It's been
I'll
Yes.
fall
excellent to
back.
me.
I'll come back, bro.
It's been
Ladies,
excellent to me.
stop playing.
Yes.
It's been excellent to me.
Oh,
Hell, I'm
okay.
sitting
So
talking
listen.
about it
all
right
facts.
now.
Well, let me
Okay,
say this.
listen.
All facts.
It,
All facts. Chill.
Hell,
All
I'm
okay,
facts.
supposed to be
it's
All
working
facts.
right
excellent to
All
now, but
me.
I
facts.
got time to
But look, it's
chill.
the pool of us. Look
All
at the
facts.
pool of us.
All facts.
We're
Are you
talking about
listening
the
to me?
pool of us, not.
All facts. Relax. Breathe. Breathe, brother. Please. You talking to a man that is a profession tradesman for over a generation right now.
No, I
So
was talking about the poor black man, not just his bank account.
I,
The poor of
Of
us,
course,
because
it's
that's
the
what we
All
talk
poor.
about. We
If you
talk
talk about a
generalities
poor
here.
person,
All
that's
black men are not
that's
poor.
that's
Most
with
are.
any race. He
No,
said
All
he's
black men are
agreeing
not
with the
poor.
woman.
Most.
I
The majority
know, but
of
he
brother,
was
population
you're
agreeing
are
with the
saying
not
a
woman who
poor.
half
said black
a
True.
men.
black
He was
African
agreeing with the
American
That's
woman
man.
not
that said
true.
black
All
men
most
can't
black men are
afford
not poor.
marriage.
No. Listen. Let's stop. You said that half of over 60% are middle class. That means that black African American males with 70% of those women who qualify for benefits, you're saying some of those men are middle class. Yo, they would get mad
I
child. I
didn't say
don't
that.
understand.
I didn't
he did
say
not
that.
say that.
Okay, but brother, but I'm just saying, if you're saying that, you're saying half of the black men in this country can take their woman off, can compete with Section 8 housing, food stamps, money, and all that the
Why
woman
would
gets
they
from the
compete
child.
with a woman? Why would they want to compete with a woman that's receiving state benefits?
No, listen to what I'm saying, brother, because that's everybody's argument. Your argument was
That's not my
women. Hold
argument
on,
at all.
no, not you, but one argument out there. I'm just talking about many. One argument out there was the reason why the black woman left the black man is because the quote unquote white man in the system, her daddy, gave her all the housing and stuff, so she didn't need him. Therefore, watch this. Therefore, if he said, I don't want you to get with that, come with me, he had to compete with that financially. He says, guess what? I can move you in a house in the suburbs just like the government does. Instead of the Section 8, I can move you. I can pay the rent. I can pay the
All right,
mortgage.
so you're
I'll
asking,
pay all the food.
you're asking me how many black men. You're asking me how many black men can compete with the government benefits.
Now, are you saying over half can?
Are you asking me how many black men can compete?
No, I'm not asking you. I'm telling you they cannot.
You're asking a question.
And if they could, the women would not be on to getting the benefits, brother.
Listen.
Because it starts with the male. Listen, brother. Listen, brother. I'm a real black man. Listen, it starts with the male income for her.
Half of black women are not on state benefits.
Huh?
Thank you.
Half of black women are not on state benefits.
Absolutely not.
What do you mean? Excuse me. What do you mean? You said black women are not getting.
I said half of black women are not on state benefits.
I'm not saying that. Listen to what I'm saying. Stop now. People are quote unquote.
Why would half of black men that are in the middle class try to get with black women that are on benefits?
No, I'm not trying to say. Listen to what I'm saying, brother. Listen to what I'm saying.
Unless they already married to them.
Let's go real quick.
Employment gap.
Watch this. Let's go a little bit back because there's a time before this. I'm letting you know historically. Black African Americans.
We're talking about the 21st century.
No, listen to me.
We're talking about the year 2022.
Oh, okay. Listen to me.
Hold on, let him talk.
Okay, listen to me, brother. I'm talking about the pool of black men, not you, your personal bank account, not your personal issues. Because, brother, you cannot only speak about your personal confidence. Because
why not?
Oh, okay. So let's
talk
about.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Because
I
want you to get the frame.
No. I
want you to paint the picture. I'm painting the picture of the pool.
Why not? Why not talk about the individual? As an individual, I don't have these problems. I'm sorry.
Okay, good. Okay, now. Okay, good.
Sorry.
We got that.
I'm not the problem.
Okay, good.
Focus on the guys who are not the problem, ladies. That's the solution.
Okay, good, brother.
Just like if I was talking to the brothers, I would say, listen, fellas, stop focusing on thoughts.
Okay, good.
Brother,
brother, you're missing my.
Not the solution. The solution is to focus on those sisters that are positive. That's the solution.
Okay. Now, first of all, what he's trying to paint a picture that I'm not saying. He's trying to tell me that middle class blacks should go out for thoughts. They're fucking thoughts anyway, and they're getting them pregnant, and they're asking them to get abortions. But we ain't gonna go there. They're doing it anyway, and they're asking the thoughts to get abortions.
Where is the evidence for this?
And a lot of middle class men.
Where is the evidence for that? Where's the evidence?
Hold up, brother. Hold on, because
I'm asking you a question. Where's the evidence?
Brother, I guarantee you.
Where is the evidence?
Brother, can he? Because you trying to.
I'm asking you a direct question, brother. Can you give me the evidence for that?
Brother, no one can give the evidence. Please.
So this is an opinion.
Oh my God! All facts. You can't make that say. You can't give some form of evidence. It got to be somewhere out there. You can't just.
Okay, hold on. Evidence of
I'm
what?
keeping it real, bro.
Okay.
You IT, right? You probably look this up, right?
What evidence do you want? You're taking me off of my topic, but I'm gonna get back to my topic. What do you want the evidence of?
I'm asking you for evidence to support your argument.
About what?
You said that these middle class black men are getting thoughts knocked up. Can you please
watch? Okay, I'll answer that question, but watch this. Brother, watch this. I'm gonna ask that question, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna answer that question. But remember, you took me off of my topic. I never said that middle class should initiate going after low income women. I never said that. But
I was talking about black middle class men.
Listen, brother. Listen.
I was talking about black
brother. Listen, brother. Okay, listen, brother. There are a lot of well-to-do black African American male men that have a lot of money, and guess what? They go and get a trick and they go and get a stock.
Show me the evidence.
Hold up, bro. Some do, some don't. Watch this. And since they do have finances, they're able to go and get an abortion. And watch, since they do have finances and they may slip and ejaculate in that little thought, oh, they can't afford it, they don't want it. I guarantee you, the guy who probably don't have a lot of money and just say, shorty, we come up together, but they don't have, he's likely not to have an abortion with that child because they only got the money to pay for it. They poor and broke. But the man with the funds, because they say a lot of women who can't afford abortions, they got to get money for it, brother. Some drug dealers got the money for their abortion.
What
So
does this have to
what's
do with
most?
it?
Hold up. What I'm saying is, a lot of women who gotten abortions
We're not
got it
talking
from
about abortion.
listen, they got it from
What does
well-to-do
abortions have
black
to do
men.
with the topic?
But I was talking about
Listen,
what a girl in the comments
some
said,
police
and he went
officers
off
pay
to
for women
the
abortions. You
all
don't think
facts
no
What
dude
police
does
went off to
officers pay
somewhere
have
for
to do with
else,
the
abortions?
topic?
blaming black men about something.
What does abortions have to do with the topic?
It
Brother,
doesn't.
brother, this is what I'm saying. That's what's my statement. Let's go back to what I said. The
Yeah, but
main point is
you're
this.
not addressing the topic.
Listen, the topic was this.
Is
You
infidelity
said
ever
middle
okay in a
class black.
relationship? I made it very clear.
You said
I
over
didn't know.
60% of black men are in the middle class. Stop right there. 60%. I said, ain't no way in the world. If you saying 60% of black
Yeah.
men in the middle class, we
Yeah.
ain't talking about hold up. We ain't talking about mass incarceration no more. We ain't talking about boys
That's the
going
40%.
education. We ain't talking about
The
no.
40%.
Listen, brother, we should stop talking about black men need to be employment. Black male unemployment would not be as high than any other group, brother.
It was the
Something is
lowest
wrong with the
a couple
statistic.
of years ago.
And then what is your number that you're moving? Now watch this. I'm letting you know over 60% of black African American males and the poor in this country cannot say, you know what, take one of those, if he wanted to, say, you know what, if she gets pregnant, she don't have to go to welfare because guess what? I can equal what the welfare system would give her if she take me down for child support. The average black man could not house that woman, feed the child, and take care of her. He can't do it. The average black man can't do it. He's going to need her out to go to two parents working in a black family for the most part, brother. You're talking about you. If you're better, brother, if you're better than
What's
everybody,
wrong with that?
you're going to
You
have
can
to
say that
come
about
down
poor
Why is
people
that
of
and look
bad?
at
any
the
race.
average black male. And if
The
you
girl
want,
in the comments
you're going to have
specifically
to be in
said
touch,
black
bro, with the
men
One at
average
a
can't
black
time, man.
man.
afford marriage.
You're not in touch. You're
One at
not
a
in
time. One at
touch,
a time.
brother.
I can't do
You're
my
not
head.
in touch. That's why you don't know what you're talking about because you got yours. They got theirs to get, but you got to be in touch, brother. Go down a little bit and get in touch and see what's going on
I
out
didn't
here.
know this
What?
was
What do I need to get
for
in
the
touch
black
with?
men.
What
The
do I need to get
average
in touch
black
with?
man out here is struggling, brother. They're not
It's only
middle
one other
class.
black man out here on
Then
the
You
why
said
don't black
almost
women focus on the
70%
black
of
men that
black
are not
men is
struggling?
in the middle class.
Why don't
That's
black
white
women focus
statistics.
on the black men
That is
that are
why.
not
White
Listen to
struggling?
me.
statistics.
That is
That's a
white statistics,
generalization.
Why
brother.
don't black women focus on the black men that are not struggling?
Listen to me. A black woman will look at that statistic and say almost 70% of all black men in this country is middle class. She would say, I guarantee you, she gonna look at that and say, brother, that's something like, that's not reality, bro. Now, as a pool, now you may be in that category, but now as a pool of us, that gotta be down to like, I say 40, probably.
No.
Okay, what? Y'all say only 10% is 6-figure black men. What else? Where else do they work at? They can't do it. The argument was black women took the welfare benefits and said F the husband because
I never said anything. I never said.
no. But hold on, Tommy, Kevin Samuels, and a lot of people make that claim. I'm
We
not
get
saying
that.
you.
We get that. Fair enough.
Okay. No.
I asked you a question.
But watch
I asked you a question. I
Okay.
asked you what black man with a major social media platform is doing what you would like to see done. You said none. I then
None.
offered.
Because all of them.
I then offered the name Lennon Honor.
And is
Support
he
him.
blaming black men and black women for
Support
the
him.
problems?
And
So-
Tony Gaskins, that's another one.
Is he playing both at the time, or is he pointing one finger at the other? Is it a balance show? As it says, when that baby is
Why
born,
don't you go?
it's no more than what.
Why don't you go and check him out?
Okay, I will. But listen, if he say when a black baby is walking on this earth, the mother is more responsible and the father is more responsible, I can't talk to him because that's the problem of the world.
I
Because
said,
that's
why don't
against
you go
nature.
check him out?
That's against nature. That's your opinion. That's
Why don't you
not
go and
fact.
check? Why don't you go and check Lennon Honor out?
I'll do it. I'll do it. But I want you to check out your statistics, and I really want you to think. Listen, Huxtable was middle class.
He was upper middle class.
Okay. He was. Tell me what middle class should be. Give me a picture of middle class.
I'm not going to do this.
No. Because upper middle class was
yeah, we're not gonna do this.
No. Upper middle class. Hold up. You said upper middle class. That means he had his PhD.
I'm not.
You said almost
I'm not. He didn't have a
of the
PhD.
poor of us
All facts.
of men
All facts.
is in the middle class. My God.
He didn't
All
have a PhD.
facts. We're not gonna do this.
All right, then.
Moving
God,
on.
I'm done. I had my time. Hey, brother, nice talking to you, man. It's been fun. I'm
Thank
gonna
you
fall
very
back.
Yeah,
Ladies, nice talking to y'all. I appreciate y'all letting me express my opinion, even though y'all may not disagree or agree with it. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Obsidian, it's kind of interesting you mentioned Leonard Arnold and the other people that a lot of black folks don't know of. Isn't that ironic? I heard about Leonard Arnold and these other cats, and yeah, they talking about some good stuff, you know, and I'm surprised why black people don't search for those type of black men. Isn't that ironic? Or they're not just visible? Which one is it you think, Obsidian? These people that you mentioned.
I'll say that again.
I said you mentioned these men's name, Leonard Arnold, and I forgot the other brother who
Tony Gaskins.
Tony Garcia. Isn't it ironic that these black people never come across hear about these people or search them?
No, it's not ironic at all.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because, you know, we tend to focus. See, whatever you put your focus on, it grows.
Mm-hmm.
And so what it says to me is that, you know, a lot of black folks aren't interested in solutions. They're interested in drama. They're interested in, you know, just keeping things
Facts. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And
with
also, it doesn't matter how nice you spew the message. If the person don't like it, they're not gonna like it.
So my thinking is, if you're really interested in black men and families and stuff like that, you know, go get with the guys who do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ain't gonna be against that for real. All right.
Well, it's not that simple, but yeah.
And for the record, the average
Well, why is
income
it not
in
that
America
simple? Why is it not that
is
simple?
around
Well, hang on
$60,000.
a second. Why is it not that simple?
You're not gonna put me on the hot seat. It's not that simple.
Why? Why is it not that simple?
I don't ask black men. I don't know. I'm not a black man.
Black men aren't up here talking. You are. I said, if you're really interested in black men that are interested in families, talk to black men like Lyndon Honor. That's what his male audience is composed of. Black men who want families.
Well, I don't know who that is, and I don't
listen
listen
to
to him.
YouTube. You can look him up. He's right here on YouTube.
Well, I don't. He ain't gonna do me no benefit. I can't holler at him.
How do you know?
But
how do you know? How do you know that he can't set you up with one of the guys in his audience? How do you know?
That's not what I'm looking for. I'm not in that demographic. I was
well, you don't know what his demographic is because you don't even know.
What I'm saying is I'm not in the demographic of women who are looking for a man.
Okay,
I'm not in that demographic.
You're not looking for a man at all.
I'm not in that demographic where
You're
I'm
not
looking
for a man at all.
No.
Okay, so my next question then becomes, why does a topic about infidelity in a relationship matter to you if you're not looking for anybody at all?
What do you mean?
If the topic is infidelity ever okay in a relationship, and you have stated you're not interested in a relationship.
I didn't say that. I said I'm not looking for a man.
How can you be interested in a relationship and not be looking for a man?
Think about it. Use common sense.
Yeah,
I'm looking for a woman.
No, I'm not looking for that either. I don't have to look for a man.
Are you saying you want one to come across, but you're not looking?
No,
you don't mind
no, not that either. I'm in a relationship.
Oh,
you're
I'm not looking for a man.
So the question of infidelity is pertinent to you.
I mean, it's pertinent to everyone because everyone is capable
everybody's not in a relationship though.
Right, but infidelity can apply across the board.
Infidelity only applies to relationships.
That's what I'm saying.
But everybody's not in a relationship.
But they can be or have been.
So
why are we doing
those people who are not in a relationship are not in the conversation about infidelity.
Right.
They're not part of that conversation.
Right.
So therefore, ...
Therefore, so I was just trying to find out exactly what your interest in this conversation is, and you revealed it. You're in a relationship, so okay, fair enough.
But you can not be in a relationship and still take
Right.
tips
It's a topic
from
of interest regardless, because there are people who are prospectively seeking relationships.
Why would you be seeking a relationship and worried about infidelity?
No, it's a topic of interest regardless, especially for people who,
Why would you be? Why would
you can look for the
concerned about being
signs.
cheated on?
You can learn from what might happen with other people and learn points to look for.
Right.
Such as.
Yeah.
Okay, such as
like what they were saying earlier about the dude who was up here earlier who said that he was cheated on. He asked his ex, and she listed some of the reasons why he was cheated on, and you could get those tips from that.
Well, what reasons were listed? I didn't hear him. What reasons was listed?
I think one, I don't know if he's still up here or not, but I think he said one was she was actually looking for marriage and a family or something else. But if he's still in the comment section, he could come up and explain that better. But yeah, I always feel you can learn from anything. You can learn from any. You don't have to be in it. I learned that from Tommy. He said
It just seems odd to me to be looking for a relationship and thinking about getting cheated on. That seems odd to me.
Now it's always
also
a possibility though.
Been past relationships as well, and you can listen to see what people are saying, and you can learn, and you can go back and retroactively look at the signs that you missed as well. Yeah, I never did anything like that. It's okay to use anything as a learning experience.
Yeah,
that's why I never agree with people saying that single people can't give relationship advice. Yes, they can if they were in a relationship before or they've seen the pitfalls of other relationships. I mean,
right? They had hands-on experience.
Yeah, you don't have to smoke crack to know that crack is bad. Yeah. I don't see. There's no problem with somebody who's not actively in a relationship. The worry about infinite. That's
problems.
That's most of the times why people aren't in a relationship because they're worried about getting cheated on.
I think one of the big problems that a lot of black women have is that they focus on the wrong guys.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a myth. That's a myth.
Oh no.
That is a myth.
Matter of fact, I'm about to use an example that isn't a black woman. Back to what I was saying earlier about.
Wait, hold on. Let's let Mumia Obsidian Ali explain, quote unquote, the wrong guys, because wrong guys is subject to one's own interpretation. Because we were talking about compatibility earlier, and what is the wrong guy?
Okay, so what do you consider to be compatible?
It is subject to one's own interpretation.
Which would be?
It's just subjective.
Which would be?
What is the wrong guy? Because, for example, okay, and I be just putting my people on blast, but that's okay. They'll be all right if they ever hear this. So my brother and I got my youngest brother and my sister-in-law, they married. They live in the projects here, out here in Chicago. I'm not in Chicago anymore, but they live in Chicago. They've been together like 19 years. They've been married about 10 years. Now, my younger brother could be the wrong guy for someone who's like in my position, but he's not the wrong guy for my sister-in-law because they are compatible.
Okay.
So what is the wrong guy? The wrong guy, that's subjective. So he's not the wrong guy for her, but he might be the wrong guy for like somebody who's in my position, who is like career oriented, and that's not where my sister-in-law is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you keep running into the wrong guys, why do you keep running into the wrong guys?
Ask somebody who keep running into the wrong guy. I don't know.
You were talking about compatibility earlier.
We were all talking about compatibility.
But isn't that what dating is? Trying to get to know a person, like that's the whole point.
Right.
So you don't stay with everybody you date.
So what do you need to know?
What do you mean? What do you need to know? You're getting to know the person that you're dating.
Right, knock on wood.
Exactly.
You need to know whether they're a serial killer or whether they ask a whole bunch of questions that's going to irritate you and make you leave them on the first day.
You can run a background check on that.
What?
That costs money. Who gonna pay to do that to every person that they date?
That's
If
what
you
I'm saying.
somebody,
Like
if you
that's the
somebody
whole
has
point.
the money
You
to
get to
spend, you
know
got a
a
problem with
person
that.
through a date. Why would I mean you can do background checks for criminal stuff, but you still can't get to know that person.
What do you need to know?
It depends on what you're looking for, Mumia. Obsidian.
Right.
Everybody's
I'm
looking for
agreeing with you
something
on that. So
different.
what do you? Okay, so I'm asking you two ladies, what would you two need to know?
Oh, I'm not about to put my dating resume out here on YouTube.
I'm
No.
too old. Yeah, I'm too old for that. What I needed to know, all I needed to know, I found out in the past 20 years of dating. So
But women do choose the wrong guy. For example,
And
that
men
no,
prison
choose the
but
wrong
but
escape.
woman.
what
Like when
women
you say
though? It
choose,
depends
that's
on
what you
what
get to
they're
know in the
looking
dating
for.
stage.
Right. It
That
depends on
prison
what
So you
they're
escape.
don't
looking
so
I
you
know
for.
it
can't
wasn't a
know if you chose the wrong person until you get to know them. Like some things
Right.
aren't as obvious. Come on, like you dated the wrong person before too. Stop saying choose. That's dating. That every race does that. Like what do
I know I was giving an example of a race where it was a white woman. That prison escape in Alabama.
We're not
She
white
chose
though. I don't want to focus on Karen and them and Becky and them. We're not talking about
but
them.
but when we do it on black women,
That
y'all say white
don't
women
have
do it
anything to
too.
Here's the
do.
problem. So here's the
But I was giving an
Y'all
example of
don't
a
do
women.
anything. I don't
here's,
care
here's
about
the
what white women do. I
here's,
only care about black women.
here's the
And
problem. Here's the problem.
Okay, well, all the black women who got pregnant by inmates.
All right, here's the problem. I don't
but
deal with black
that's
women
not
who got pregnant
necessarily the
by.
one.
I don't deal with black women who got the. I don't focus on black women who got pregnant by inmates and all this sort of thing. For me, it's
Right.
just real simple. It's very simple. There's a lot of black women that are good people. I just don't want to see them get naked. That's all it is. That's all it
Get
is.
naked?
Yes,
What do you mean?
they're good people. I'm just not sexually attracted to them. That's all it is.
What are
That's
you
it.
talking about? Sexually attracted to black women?
I'm saying, I think a problem that is often left out of these conversations, and we tend to go to, extremes, the Pookie and Ray Ray thing and all this other
Yeah.
stuff. Listen, you talked about compatibility. Okay. My thing is very simple. We know who the right people are for us. We're just not sexually attracted to them.
So you're saying you're not sexually attracted to black women? Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I said.
You said you don't want to see a black woman get naked.
I said I know a lot of good black women. That's what I said.
Oh, you talking about like a Lizzo?
That's
Because
not. Oh, geez.
too bad Amiri's not here. No,
Oh,
I'm gonna listen
geez.
to her earlier.
Oh, geez.
so you're saying that you can find somebody with the right traits that you're looking for, just not in the right package.
Right. And that's very common. That's frequent. It's not an unusual circumstance. It's frequent. We just don't talk about it.
So what you're saying
So
is
the
most
people that we
people are
tend to talk
impatient.
about,
They don't want to wait
the
for the
people that we
person that
tend to
comes in
talk
the
about
right
the most,
package with the
the
right
people that we
personality.
tend to talk about the most, there's a reason why we talk about them a lot. There's a reason for it.
And those reasons are
Because we're sexually attracted to them. That's why. And we want them to act right. We want them to act better. But they're not better. They're not.
Now
They're
you're
never
getting
going to be
somewhere.
better.
Now
They have
you're
no
getting
incentive to be
somewhere.
better.
Now you're somewhere.
They have no incentive to be better.
Boom.
The majority of black men want black women.
Mm-hmm.
And there's problems.
The black people that are good for you usually aren't the people that you want to see get naked. That's just the plain truth.
Well, that's still subjective because we don't know case by case who wants to see who get naked. Like a person could say that.
I didn't say case by case. I am speaking in generalities.
Are you saying
Proposition?
are you talking literally naked or
If you
figuratively?
take a look, if you
Literally.
take a look at the landscape and you listen to the conversations on both sides, what it really focuses on, the people that we're attracted to who have traits that we really don't like, whatever those traits are. All I'm saying is we all know the people who will be good fits for us. We're just not attracted to them. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
It's false because if we're attracted to someone, well, whatever. Okay,
Mhm.
it's subjective, like I was saying.
Of course it's subjective. I never said it was. I never said it wasn't. Of
All
course
right.
it's subjective. Of course. That doesn't change what I said.
Mhm.
We spend a lot of time talking about people that are deeply problematic for a reason. And we spend virtually no time talking about people who are not problematic for a reason.
I think I see it now. We're attracted to the problematic people when we should be attracted to the good ones who don't cause problems.
Yeah,
Well, I guess that goes both ways.
of course it does. I didn't say
Yeah,
that was just a woman
that
thing.
goes both
It's a men
ways.
thing too. I don't talk
And
about God
also,
for a reason.
when we talk about black
I
women,
don't
we're literally
expect
talking about the
I don't
ones.
expect thoughts to be June Cleaver. A lot of brothers expect thoughts to be June Cleaver. And no, their thoughts. That's what they do.
Mhm.
That's
Right
what they do.
They
now, you
bust.
getting somewhere. Yep.
Hmm.
They bust wide open for the grand.
I don't expect thoughts to be. I don't expect thoughts to be Florida Henderson. No, I expect them to do what they do. I don't expect Black China to act like Michelle Obama. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't know what Michelle do behind closed doors.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
good.
Exactly.
That's a point. They do it behind
Exactly.
closed
We have
doors.
no idea what she does exactly, but we know exactly what Black China does.
Yep.
Exactly.
Now, all that brings it back to the topic of this stream.
No, we're not.
Brings
We're
it
not.
back to the stream.
No, we're not bringing back no topic. All right. Any closing remarks? Start with the ladies. I'm done with this.
Great
Come,
conversation.
ladies.
Great conversation. It was nice talking to you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Any closing remarks, Mr. Ghostface?
Don't expect to get cheated. Don't date somebody who has a lifestyle that may enhance the risk of you getting cheated on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Minimize
And
the risk.
all right, good, good. And you and Obsidian, the old man. Oh, and Obsidian. As you close out, do you want to give your normal plugs?
No. It's very simple. I mean, we already know who the right people are for us. We're just not sexually attracted to them. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. For those that's new to the channel, welcome to the Amir Brown channel. Also, there's a new backup channel. It's pinned on the top of the chat room. Subscribe to the new backup channel of Amir Brown's channel. It's called the Great Liberators Roundtable. So please subscribe to that. There are some uploads that's gonna be over to that channel. So please subscribe to that channel. Also, make sure you like this video, you share this video, and leave a comment at the end of this video. Amir is looking forward to reading your comments. And that's it. Thank you for listening to today's stream. Until next time, take care and good night.
Peace out.